ॐ श्री सिद्धिसुरीश्वर सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ श्री सिद्धिसुरीश्वर सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ श्री सिद्धिसुरीश्वर सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ श्री सिद्धिसुरीश्वर सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः।
Pranam and welcome to the episode 16 of Bhakti, the divinity that lives on. This is the story of the time around the anniversary of the temple of Pankaj Society. At the time, Param Pujya Panya Shri Rajratna Vijayji Sahibji graced the community with his divine presence. In order to celebrate the anniversary of the temple, it was decided that the banner of the temple, along with the portraits of the Divine Lord in the temple, would grace many homes in the community. The devotees would thus get an opportunity to immerse themselves in the worship of divinity. The family who shared this story with us were fortunate enough to have brought the divine banner to their home. The entire family was elated, but most of all, the matriarch of the home was beyond blissful. She was as or probably more excited than she would be for her children's wedding. She had thus decorated the house beautifully and made extravagant preparations to welcome God home. For her, it was not just the banner, but the Tirthankar himself gracing her home with his divine presence. When the divine day arrived, the family was overjoyed. The matriarch spent the entire day around the banner. She was either chanting the Lord's name or meditating. In the evening, they had organized a Bhakti Sandhya, an evening of devotion, in the parking of their apartment building. The pleasant melodies helped them transcend their consciousness and experience divinity to the fullest. Towards the end of the Bhakti, the woman started weeping. It seemed as if she had touched the Creator. The family does not have words to describe the immense grace that they felt that night. The next morning, they were supposed to return everything back to the temple. Time passed, but the woman refused to stand up and let them take the divine ensign away from their home. She couldn't stop crying. After an hour of consolation, she finally stood up and let them return everything to its place. As they were about to leave the temple after returning the banner, she stopped and prayed at the idol of Bapji Dada. She said that she wanted God to grace their home forever, never to leave them again. Her tears soaked her soul. She begged Dada to accept her prayer. Soon, they returned home and everybody stepped into their daily routine, except for her. She sat there with gloom looming over her and pined for the divinity. The family did not know how to get her out of the sadness. However, Dada always works his magic. In a few hours, a neighbor came to their house. She had given an idol of Sri Parshvanath Dada for the bhakti the previous night. As soon as the wife saw her, she got up, walked towards the idol, took it in her hands, and with a heavy heart started to hand it over to the neighbor. She said, "Thank you for this. This idol added its allure to yesterday's unforgettable bhakti. Here, you can take this back to your home." In reply, the neighbor said, "I do not want to take my God back. In fact, it is not mine to take back anymore. This is your divinity now, and so you can keep him with you." As she heard these words, tears started streaming down the wife's face. As she heard these words, tears started streaming down the wife's face. She said, "This is a very beautiful, enticing idol. You should keep it. We'll get another one." And the neighbor immediately replied, "It is beautiful. I absolutely love it. But I don't know why, for the last 1 hour, something within me has been telling me that I have to give this idol to you. Not once, not twice, but numerous times. I do not know how I got convinced of it. When I brought this idol here yesterday, this had not been my intention. But your devotion and worship made me think that God will perhaps be happier in your home. So here is the idol. It is yours now, forever." The neighbor, with tears in her eyes, left their home. With the idol in her hand, the wife immediately went on her knees and surrendered her entire being to Dada. "Dada, you were so kind. One prayer and you moved mountains to make it happen. I am eternally grateful to you and eternally surrendered to you." Someone once asked a devotee, "In what world are you living?" The reply was thus, "I don't know about the world. All I know is that I live in a world where I can experience my Guru in every breath that I take." Om Shri Siddhi Surishwar Sadgurubhyo Namaha. On behalf of Shri Siddhi Parivar, Michhami Dukkanam.